Hello, the fool. Me more about the bases we do all. Me that sipping ya me shroud. So was subscribe to the channel ye. Now go so now share my me that say. Nessa who Johnson dear and your bomodia never can your home. Na ye sua demo. Come, a son say I had dear. De papa. Na ye be sure see decorative Valentine's cake. And yes, I say.
The Beatles events we do all. Come, let's cook, let's have fun. Come, let's bake and decorate.
Me near mammy did decorate me cake in Nina and a sissy menim ewo ahayi. Me wa me cake yankasa ewo aha. Na me wa double cream. Me wa icing sugar waha. Me wa granulated sugar ena me wo insuo. Me wa soft cheese me no ewo aha. Ena me wo butter. Me wo white chocolate enso ewo ha. Enti edi kan ye bedi kan ahwe se de esi ganache. Na fe ya hwe se de esi cream cheese. Na ya hwe se de esi simple syrup. Asa na ya decorate ye cake na. Enti ye guso. Se me di kan aye me simple syrup no. Na me wo a situate ewo ha. We granulated sugar. Na 100 grams. Me wo enso ewo ha. And also 100 mils.
The Beatles
events dear friend no. Me so me kuka se. Na fe mama nina anna ne na noa. Afra no kama. Sese ya me train some simple syrup yi ebe ye ready no. Me be ye me ganache na me wo chocolate ewo ha. Me be use 700 grams. We a Sainsbury's brand. Me white chocolate ma measure ne kama. We a 700 grams. Na eso son enti me betwitwem ama na yenkitwa. Na afe ya to so.
oh, that's so yummy. Delicious.
Me simple syrup is say they are you ready. Enti me do me jay. Me white chocolate so me kuso a me twitwa akakakra na me wie.
We do all the Beatles events.
Me simple syrup yi eno na me hwie egu me jagi mo he. Enti say they me be ye ganache.
Let's bake and decorate.
Ma measure double cream 200 mils. Enti me be noa ama ne ku kakra bi. Na afi me hwie e dia fra me white chocolate. Sese me hwie me double cream e dia fra me white chocolate ni mo. Enti eno na make free. Common problems with ganache no say na oil etai eba eni. Na di intia emana sa ne se chocolate bia different. And another thing so ne say double cream no and whipping cream no say shibebria and also it's emane pasa. Enti sa na afi me the double cream no kakra egu so na masanya whip na afi aba back to normal. Enti me hwie egu me jagi mo na afi me the double cream kakra egu so na masanya whip amana aba back to normal.
Come, let's cook, let's have fun. Come, let's
said the aye eni na asanya ba together bio kama na eyi anwa no every eni it is said the me de be fridge mu na ya beto so na be cream cheese no so me sha say na my me cream cheese no it me butter a unsalted butter me be measure bi measure butter 55 grams and ewo hey me was soft cheese ewo aha na me use 125 grams me wo double cream and as a whipping cream and so ewo ha me use 100 mils me wo icing sugar ewo ha and also 120 grams na me wo vanilla extract any anketwa dey ewo aha me use ne zest no and as a no enti between anketwa dey any vanilla extract no flavor bia opebia obetim use me butter my creamy nika creepy na we a room temperature enti me the vanilla extract 2.5 mils ebecom Me be cream me butter and me vanilla. Na aye a bit pale. To me soft cheesy me be measure 125 grams. Me de me icing sugar 120 grams egum.
That's so yummy,
At this stage, he say na aye. Into me the best fridge na fe ma be we pay me double cream nonso. Me whipping cream me measure 100 mils. Na me whipping a kakrebi just for 20 seconds. Me double cream is say they a form kakrebi. Say na aye. Into me batiti na me de afra me cheese and me butter.
The Beatles events we do all. Come, let's go.
Me cream cheese is say they are ready. Come in a way. Me simple syrup no and so any. And I'm a ganache no and so any. Me be decorate me Valentine's cake ye. Na me red velvet me no ewo aha. And I'm more chocolate cake and so aha. And the answer say. Me sha say na ma decorate me cake kama. Me de ganache kakra ye me cake body so. Na me de me red velvet na baako edi kan atos. Me de syrup kakra for so na amana ye moist kama. Me de cream cheese kakra enso ye mfimfini. Me second layer me de chocolate no na Asian mfimfini. Na ma side the simple kakra assign ayes. Na fe ma side the cream cheese kakra assign abeka
We do all. Come, let's go.
Cream cheese dey very soft. Inti cakes no wobbly. Nenso ganache no ebe hold no amani nyina akeka abomu kama. Inti me de beya ho akopim se mewie crab. Valentine's cake say my cram coding every into me the kosher fridge for 20 minutes na eno na chire na yasan abeto aso me san abe second coat
Delicious. The Beatles events.
The Valentine's cake and one me kuswa me na me side the kosher fridge mobile for 20 minutes after second coat. Say me be final coat na me ganache no na emu ayeten kakra. Inti ma side the share microwave mo amemu ayemre. Say they may final touches.
That's so yummy.
The Valentine's cake is say they are ready. Into my side the chef fridge mukakra. Na fe ye ho decoration. Say they may be decorating my Valentine's cake no. Na me wo me sugar paste ewo aha. Na me wo me heart cutters enso ewo ha. Me wo kesi enso ewo ha. Me wo me chocolate na me wo sprinkles enso ewo ha. It's me the decorating a kama.
Come, let's go. Let's have fun. Come, let's bathe and decorate. The Beatles events. That's so yummy. Oh, that's so yummy.
Me cake is say they are ready kama. Sanse a dry. Into me be decorating.
the Beatles events. We do all the Beatles events. We do all. Come, let's cook. Let's have fun. Come, let's bake and decorate. The Beatles events. The Beatles events. That's so yummy, yum. Oh, that's so yummy, yum. Delicious. Come, let's cook. Let's have fun. Come, let's bake.
Me Valentine's
and
cake.
decorate.
Eno, and I ready kama ewo hey. So what's me a cake ya bomodiana tag me ewo Instagram and as a Facebook. Yami Shroud social the Beatles we do all. Bye bye.
That's so yummy, yum. Oh, that's so yummy, yum. Delicious.